Hey guys, Lauren Leggett here. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update of some things going on with the Country Schoolhouse since last school year. I think everybody is aware that last summer we were fortunate enough, after a long, lengthy process of getting our nonprofit status as a nonprofit organization recognized by the state of Mississippi. We were really excited about that. Part of that meant that we had to work with our board to then set up a list of jobs and things that we needed to take care of as we were a newly established board and organization. And so the first thing on that list was we had to create a budget plan for the Country Schoolhouse for our nonprofit board to vote on. During the process of working on that during the last school year, we were able to recognize some things with the Country Schoolhouse that were just not really sustainable, and some things that we're going to have to change for us to continue on in the future. One of the biggest being that we came to the realization that we were still functioning at almost an $8,000 deficit on an annual basis at the Country Schoolhouse. And that was with us working pretty regularly, doing quite a few fundraisers, classroom things. And so once we came to this realization, we had to sit down, take a hard look at our expenses and figure out where we might could dial back a little bit, some changes that we could make. One of the biggest being that we had originally, with our business model, set up a plan that would eventually lead to what we hoped, a budget or a salary that we could pay an office person who would be a full-time office personnel who would handle all of our billing, all of our registration, phone calls, email responses, and just about anything else that fell under the umbrella of schoolhouse office task. But once we came to this realization that we were still functioning at a deficit after 6 years of being in operation, we realized we had to change, because myself have been doing the office responsibilities free of charge on a volunteer basis for the schoolhouse for the last 6 years. And between my office duties, classroom duties, and quite a few other hats that I wore around the schoolhouse, I was putting in about 30 hours of volunteer hours a week. And so that just wasn't really a sustainable model, especially since we weren't any closer to being able to hire an employee to take on some of those roles. So we brainstormed, worked hard with the board, and presented a new plan to them that would restructure some of the things that we've done here in the past and help us to be able to stand on our own 2 feet as we move forward and grow the schoolhouse more, but taking away that centralized office role that we had had in the past. So with that being said, we redistributed some of these office tasks to our educator contractors. And so this year, you'll notice when you go onto our registration websites that it looks a little different this year. Under the age groupings, you're going to see things broken down by contractor, because we have certain contractors that are going to be handling their own billing and registration this year, some that are still contracting with the schoolhouse to do that for them. But rest assured that all of the contractors are background checked. They have all gone through the interview process with us here at the schoolhouse, and of the all the different contractors we have, including a few new ones. Check out their teacher bio page. We are excited to have everybody here, and we're gonna just, like I said, move in this direction of the contractors taking a little bit more of an independent role with their classes, being the one that's reaching out to parents if they have specialty requests or information they need to get to them, instead of that coming through our central office all the time. So be looking for those changes. Secondly, on that whole budget plan, we had to really go through with a fine-tooth comb and figure out where it was and pinpoint of funds that we were losing at the schoolhouse. And I know this one's gonna come as not a great thing for some folks, but unfortunately, field trips had become an area that we were actually losing money in. If you were a part of our schoolhouse last year, you know that we had multiple field trips that canceled for reasons that were completely out of our control by the organizations that we booked with. But since we were doing all the billing for those, letting people register and pay through the schoolhouse so we could pay in one lump sum to those facilities or organizations we were visiting, when those places canceled on us and we had to wind up refunding money to all of our patrons, it wound up costing us money, because we have to pay a certain percentage refund fee through our payment processor. So when we were refunding all of these field trip things, we wound up being in a deficit there, losing money on that. We have gone on a monthly field trip every month, excluding the time in 2020 that we closed for COVID, we have gone on a monthly field trip for the last 6 years. And unfortunately, it is time for us at the schoolhouse to take a step back from that. One thing we discussed with our board is that we've kind of been functioning as a homeschooling co-op as well as an education resource center. And as we figured out where we needed to dial back or pare down in order to focus on what's most important to our mission statement here, we are kind of redirecting our focus into that education resource center. So we are growing the classes for that. We are going to be starting to apply for some grants in this next year to grow some of our programs, most specifically some of our ag programs, and we're really looking forward to that. But to be able to put all of our energies into that, we are going to be redirecting our focus to classes and events that are happening specifically here at the Country Schoolhouse and not going on the monthly field trips. But don't fret, there are multiple homeschooling groups in the area that still offer the opportunity to do a monthly field trip, and we will be posting links to some of those local organizations in case that's something that you're still interested in doing, but it's just not something we're going to be offering through the Country Schoolhouse anymore. But we don't fret, we still have lots of fun stuff going on. And one other change that we have this year, we loved our one of our favorite Biggs teachers, Miss Rachel Stanton. She was lucky enough to accept a really cool position at a neat new and up-and-coming small school in Austin, Texas, and she has moved over there. So we are sad to see her go for many reasons. She was a fantastic teacher, but one of the reasons being she was our field day sponsor. She has been the brains behind all of the stuff we have done for field day for the last 3 or 4 years. So we are now looking for possibly a parent committee to form of about 5 to 8 adults that might be interested in working together to still put that event on, partnering with the schoolhouse as partly a fundraiser and event for our kids that they love. We have all the supplies, we have all the athletic equipment and all of the information from all the years past. We just need some lively folks who love sports and love to see kids enjoying games and sports that might want to run a parent committee for that. So if that's something you might be interested in, let us know. Email us at the Country Schoolhouse and we will get those parents connected with each other that might have some interest in doing that. But otherwise, we are so excited for the fall semester. We have some great new lineup classes coming. We have a couple of new teachers that are joining us, both that were licensed teachers, certified teachers, parents of students at the Country Schoolhouse who have been a part of our organization for a couple of years, love what we do. As educators themselves, they wanted to jump in, offer some new things that they saw that we were missing here, and so we're excited to welcome them. So we look forward to having everyone come back in the fall. We hope you like our class lineup that we've got. Check it out on our website, www.schoolhousems.org. If you have any questions or concerns about any of these changes or new things coming up in the 2023-2024 school year, do not hesitate to email us here at the Country Schoolhouse, thecountryschoolhouse@gmail.com. We're happy to answer any questions for you guys, but just wanted to give you a few bits of information of things coming up for this new school year. A few different things you're going to see on the class list, but a lot of people have told me in the past that they didn't even know that we had a calendar on our website page. If you will look under that programs tab at the top left corner of the page, bottom of the drop down menu, there is a link that says calendar. If you click on that calendar, it will show you every class scheduled for the entire fall semester. So if you're looking at classes and you see that they're now broken down by contractors classes, but you are wanting to find a class that is a morning class and then maybe pair it with an afternoon class, go to that calendar. It will show you what's going on for the full day every day. Most of our bookings are either a full day or half day option of booking. So give them a look, have some questions, let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in August. Have a great summer.